Welcome to another yoga video. My name is Emily and I'll be your guide. Today we're working on strengthening our lower bodies, and towards the end we'll stretch our hips and legs out, finding pigeon pose in a creative way. 2 yoga props today. You'll need a yoga block and a yoga strap. If you're at home, feel free to get creative with it. You can always use a bigger book instead of your block. You can always use a dish towel instead of your strap. Go ahead and grab your strap and unravel it. Once you've unraveled your strap, go ahead and fold it in half. So you'll bring the buckle edge of your prop to meet the tail end. Once you've folded it in half, give it another fold. Give it a nice tug. We'll be working on grip strength today as we find pigeon pose. Now that your strap is all set up, set it off towards the top edge of your space. You'll bring your block towards the center of your mat and keep it on its lowest height. Let's meet in a reclined position. Laying flat on your back, finding corpse pose. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose. Imprint your low back down to your mat. Open mouth exhale to release. Inhale through your nose. Feel yourself fill up in your ribs and belly. Then exhale, go ahead and draw in at your belly, ribs, and chest. Inhale, bend your knees in towards your chest. Lace your fingers across your shins, finding a ball pose. Feel a nice hug. Can you draw your knees closer to your heart, head closer to your knees? Now go ahead and exhale, 90-degree shape to your legs. Hover your arms by your sides. Start to wiggle your limbs up and down. Keep your low back imprinted against your mat. If your neck is sensitive, you can always bend your elbows, hands to the back of your head. As you're bobbing your limbs up and down, if you want to amp it up, maybe start to straighten your legs, any amount. You could start off with a diagonal shape to your legs, or maybe hover your heels closer to the earth for more of a burn in your low belly. Keep breathing in through your nose. Optional open mouth exhale. You're here for 6, 5, nice and strong in your stretch pose. Final 4, 3, 2, and 1. Open mouth exhale, touch down with your heels, hook your thumbs, reach your arms up overhead. Big morning stretch, breathing in. Now as you exhale, go ahead and release your arms by your sides. Bend your knees back in towards your chest. Cross your right shin over your left. Hands to the backs of your knees. Rock and roll the length of your spine, building some momentum. If this is a lot for your low back, you can always roll over, finding a fetal posture first. Now the next time you roll up onto your sit bones, make sure your hips are in line with your block. Easy seat, bent at our knees, crossed at our shins. My right hand high fives against my block. I'm going to inhale, reach my left fingers closer to the right hand side of my space. Can I still ground down evenly in both my sit bones? Feeling a nice stretch to my side body. As I exhale, I'm going to go ahead and pass the block from my right hand over to my left and inhale. Keep pressing your hand against your block, feeling this side body stretch in your right ribs now. One more time on each side. Go ahead and pass the block off as you exhale and inhale, finding a stretch. And notice right here if your head wants to droop towards your right shoulder. Plug your right shoulder down, neck stays long. Exhale, pass the block off into your opposite hand and inhale. Go ahead and bring the block all the way back up to the top. Set it back to its first position on your right hand side. Reach your arms forward. High five your hands against your mat. We find a tabletop pose. Curl your toes underneath you. Now inhale, scoop your belly to the earth, heart and head forward, finding your cow pose. Open in the heart. As you exhale, go ahead and let the movement ripple all the way up your spine. Scoop your back up to the ceiling, finding cat pose. Inhale, come back to your tabletop pose. Back is flat. Curl onto all 10 of your toes. We find our bear pose. Hold for an exhale right here. Can you draw your heels closer to the wall and back of you? One more inhale, pressing the earth away from you with your hands, building good bone density and core strength. On your next exhale, straightening out your legs, send your hips up and back to downward dog. Let's start off by pedaling out one leg and the other, feeling a nice stretch to your legs and spine. Go ahead and reach for the block on the right-hand side of your space. Place it on its highest height, center of your mat. Maybe bring your big toes together to touch, adding more heat for your midline. Inhale, sweep your right leg up high. Exhale, crunch, knee to chest, tiger crunch. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. How high can you hover your knee away from the block? One more count. Inhale, right leg up high. Three-legged down dog. Exhale, crunch. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. How high can you hover your knee and foot away from the block? Keep your eyes looking forward. Step your right leg forward. Top of your next inhale, let's go ahead and bring our left fingertips in one line with our right toes. Sweep your right arm up high. From here, can you reach forwards and backwards? Start to coordinate your breath to the movement of your right arm. Inhale, sweeping your right fingertips towards the front, and exhale, reaching your fingertips towards the back. One more count. Inhale, right fingertips reach to the front, and exhale, reach to the back. Here for an inhale, can you come onto the tips of your left fingers and sweep yourself up? We're finding a revolved reverse warrior. As you exhale, hands to your heart center. Shift your heart to face the front, crescent warrior. You're going to go ahead and step your left foot forward to meet your right. We find a chair pose. You can start off by lifting and lowering all 10 of your toes. And make sure you can see your toes underneath your knees. Sitting down and back, hips draw closer to the back of your space. Now here for an inhale, reach your left arm forward, hook your right thumb to your hip. As you exhale, let's go ahead and bend our left elbow. Left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. So from here, maybe you start to walk your big toes closer in together for twisted chair. You're welcome to stay right here, hooking your right thumb to your hip. What we're looking for right here is a nice long spine. Top of your head draws forward, tail draws closer to the back, heart is open. You can bring your palms together to touch. Maybe ball your left hand into a fist, wrapping your right palm on top. From here, play around with lifting and lowering your left heel. As you lift and lower your left heel, can you keep your torso as still as possible? Can you send your heart center closer to your thumbs? You're here for 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Top of your next inhale, look forward, unwind your back, send your arms forward into an awkward chair. So hands in line with your shoulders, eyes look forward. From your awkward chair, start to lift your left heel. Can you lift your left leg? Slowly launch your left foot to the back and knock your block over. We'll start to hinge at our hips, tips of our fingers in front of our right foot for standing L pose. Maybe you find a slight bend to your right knee. What's important right here is we keep our spine long. Top of your head draws closer to the front. As you're breathing into this pose, look back now towards your block. Can your left foot slide your block in line with your left hand? So now we're playing around with asymmetry. Option right here to start to breathe into standing split. So maybe you start to straighten your right leg any amount. Maybe we start to lift our left foot closer to the front of our right. Steady breath in through your nose. Now as you exhale, find a bend to your right knee. Bring your left knee to meet your right calf. Shiva squat. Maybe palms come to meet their surfaces. One more count. Inhale, standing L or standing split, keeping your back flat. And exhale, knee to opposite calf. Top of your next inhale, step your left foot to the back. Slide your block in line with your right foot. Press both of your hands against their surfaces. Inhale, go ahead and sweep your right leg up and back into three-legged down dog and pause right here. So if your shoulders are feeling uneven, you can always slide your block out from underneath your left hand. Beautiful work. As you exhale, bend your right knee towards your shoulder. Rock forwards for tiger crunch. One more count. Inhale, right leg up and back. And exhale, crunch your knee to your shoulder. Now look forward. Bring your right foot to meet the block underneath your left hand. We set up for king pigeon pose. So if this is a lot for your knee and hip, feel free to slide your right heel closer to your hips. If your hips are hovering away from the mat, you can always bring your block underneath your right sit bone for support. What's important right here is we keep our hips and shoulders in one line. Top of your next inhale, look over your left shoulder. Make sure your left toes are pointed straight to the back. Ankle is protected. As you exhale, walk your hands forward. Right hand grabs your strap, pass it into your left hand. Pull your strap apart in opposite directions. Find a couple pulses right here. Activate in the glutes, finding a nice heart opener as we stretch out our right hip and thigh. You're here for 3, 2, 1. Now inhale, sweep your arms up. As you exhale, take a dip with your arms towards the left-hand side of your space. Inhale all the way up, sweep it over to your right-hand side, and exhale. Strong in your king pigeon pose. Inhale, arms up and over to your right-hand side. Bring it all the way back up. As you exhale, send your strap back to the top edge of your space. Holding in your king pigeon pose, can you slide your hands in line with your hips? Opening up in your heart, maybe your eyes start to look up towards the ceiling. Alrighty, so in your pigeon pose, go ahead and reach for the block on the right-hand side of your space. Crush it in between your hands now. Now, if this is a lot for the lower body, feel free to set your block down. You could always bring your hands to meet the earth. Here for an inhale, can we focus on finding a deeper back bend again, activating in the glutes, puffing the chest forward. As you exhale, now I want you to bend your left knee. So, right foot is meeting your left thigh. As you exhale, plant both your feet to the ground. It's like you're taking a seated squat. We're going to go ahead and open up to the back edge of our space. So now it is left foot on top of our right thigh. Go ahead and inhale. Bring it all the way back to your seated squat. Exhale, opening up towards the front. One more full round. Inhale, finding your seated squat. Keep your spine nice and low. And exhale, finding your Z-sit towards the back. Can you find a deeper twist this time? Top of your next inhale, go ahead and sweep your arms towards the left-hand side of your space. Set your block down. Can you bring your arms to the front of your mat? You're going to meet with your right foot on top of your left thigh again. Now this time as you exhale, I want you to lift onto your shins. Inhale, touch down. Find your seated squat. And exhale, open up towards the back, pressing open up towards the back, pressing into your shins. Lift your hips away from the ground. One more full round, taking a seat as you inhale. And exhale, opening up to the front, lifting onto your shins. Beautiful job. Taking a seat, opening up to the back, and exhale. Top of your next inhale, take a seat back on your mat. Go ahead and rotate to face the front. Hands pressed down in front of our right leg. Go ahead and step your right foot back to meet your left. Send your block to the center of your mat, in between your belly and hips. Inhale, glide forward, shoulders in front of your wrists. Exhale, bend your elbows lower half or all the way. Inhale, knock your block over. Point your toes towards the back edge of your space. And exhale, curl onto your toes. Send your hips up and back into downward dog again. Inhale, reach your left hand for your block. Place it back on its highest height. Open mouth, exhale to release. Can you send your hips up and back just a bit more? Inhale, sweep your left leg up high, finding a three-legged down dog. As you exhale, crunch, knee to chest. How high can you hover your leg away from your block? One more tiger crunch. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, crunch, knee to chest. Strong right here. Look forward, step your left foot forward. This time, right fingertips in one line with your left toes. Inhale, sweep your left arm up and overhead. Easy twist. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. Head is lifted away from your right shoulder. From here, we take an inhale. Maybe look forward towards your left hand, reaching your fingers towards the front. And exhale, reach it to the back, nice and strong. Inhale, sweeping your arm to the front, maybe gaze follows. And exhale, feel openness to your heart, strength in your legs. Halfway there. Inhale, looking forward, reaching your fingers close to the front. And exhale. One more count. Inhale, sweeping your arm forward. Can you keep your shoulders in one line? Heart faces the earth. And exhale, reaching towards the back. Top of your next inhale, start to cone onto your right fingers. Maybe you walk your back leg closer to the front. You can point your right toes out to a diagonal. Go ahead and reverse your warrior. So, left fingertips reach for the right thigh. Your right arm reaches closer to the back, finding a nice twist. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Go ahead and look forward. Palms connect in prayer. Bring your thumbs to your heart. Look forward. Start to lift your back heel and step both feet to the top edge of your space. Finding your chair pose. Option to sweep your arms forward to a diagonal. Maybe hands in line with your shoulders. Maybe keep your hands at heart center. Holding chair pose. Start to lift and lower your toes, bringing more weight to the heels of your feet. Feel the heat rise all the way up to your calves and thighs. Here for an inhale. Now sweep your right arm to the front. Hook your left thumb to your left hip. Option to walk your big toes together to touch. Find a twisted chair. Elbow to opposite thigh. Peek down at your legs. Make sure your knees are in one line. Maybe palms touch in prayer. When we find our twisted chair, we focus on drawing our heart closer to our thumbs. Spine stays long, top of your head draws forward. Play around with balance by lifting and lowering your right heel. Breathing in through your nose, maybe out through your mouth. You are here for 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Top of your next inhale, unwind. Send your arms in line with your shoulders. Maybe ball your hands into fists. We find our awkward chair. In your awkward chair, maybe start to ball your hands into fists and find movements. Nice stretch to your forearms. Now inhale, spread your fingers, lift and lower your right heel. Keeping your gaze forward and relaxed, can you start to lift your right leg? From here, launch your right leg to the back, knock your block over. We'll meet back in standing L pose. On the tips of your fingers, looking back towards your right foot, can your right foot slide your block to the front? Block comes underneath your right hand this time. Meeting in your standing L pose again, option to find a slight bend to your left knee. Point and flex your right toes a few times, breathing in. As you exhale, bring your right knee to left calf, finding your sheep squat. One more count. Maybe palms lay flat on their surfaces. Inhale, extend, right leg out long. You can hold your standing L, or maybe start to reach your right foot higher up to the ceiling for standing split, and exhale. Beautiful job, my friends. Inhale, step your right foot to the back. You're welcome to keep a block underneath your right hand, or if the shoulders feel unsteady, you can always slide your block out. Inhale, sweep your left leg up and back. Bend your left knee, flushing out your left hip and thigh. Draw circles. Top of your next inhale, straightening your left leg up and back. Exhale, crunch, knee to shoulder. One more tiger crunch. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, crunch, knee to your shoulder. Look forward and set your knee in line with your wrist, finding our king pigeon pose. So every side will feel different. Feel free to keep a block underneath your right hand. Maybe your block travels underneath your left sit bone for support. Couple of breaths in your king pigeon. Staying in an upright position, focusing on firing up in our glutes and finding openness to our chest. Steady breath in through your nose. Your left hand reaches for your strap. Pass it into your right hand. Sweep your arms in line with your chest. Find pulses. You are here for 3, 2, and 1. Now pause right here. Can you point your right toes towards the back of your space? Gaze over your right shoulder. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. As you exhale, go ahead and send your arms over to the right-hand side of your space. We're drawing our rainbows. Inhale, sweep your arms up and over to your left-hand side. Option to keep a bend to your elbows. Feel this in your side body. And go ahead and exhale over to your right-hand side. Inhale reaches you up and over to your left-hand side. As you exhale, look forward. Set your strap down in front of your mat. Slide your hands in line with your hips, finding king pigeon pose. Tune into all the sensations of your king pigeon pose. Every side will feel different, so feel free to keep your hands on the mat if that feels best. Can you bring the block in with both of your hands and crush it in line with your chest? Hold right here, breathing in through your nose, filling up in your ribs and belly. As you breathe out, can you crush your block just a bit more, plugging your shoulders down away from your ears? One more inhale right here. And take an open mouth exhale to release. Top of your next inhale, look over your right shoulder, bend your right knee. You'll bring your right thigh to meet your left foot. Hold right here, breathing in through your nose. Now as you exhale, windshield wiper your knees to the back. It is opposite foot that meets your thigh. Keep crushing your block. Inhale, go ahead and reach all the way forward. And exhale, windshield wiper your knees all the way to the back. Top of your next inhale, maybe you set your block down, sending your arms forward. Can we windshield wiper our knees all the way back to the front? And this time finding a lift as you exhale. Inhale, changing up our breath. Windshield wiper your knees all the way to the back. And exhale, lifting up. Every time as you lift up, can you lift your pelvic floor as well? Inhale, tap down. And exhale, facing the front. One more time on each side. Inhale, taking a seat, switching up your windshield wiper, and exhale. Inhale, taking a seat towards the earth, grabbing an imaginary beach ball, and exhale. Go ahead and release your arms by your sides. Come back to a king pigeon. Plant your hands down, then step back into a high plank pose. Grab your block, place it on its medium height, just underneath your ribs. Let's go ahead and inhale. Rock forward on our tiptoes. Exhale. Bend your elbows. Rest your hips against your block. Inhale. Knock your block over, finding a supported upward facing dog. And exhale. Sending your hips up and back into downward dog once more. Steady breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. From your downward dog, sweep your right foot over to the left-hand side. So you're crossing at your ankles right here. As you exhale, bend your knees in opposite directions. Gently hop in back of your block. Another option is you can always walk your feet in back of your block. Take an easy seat in the center of your mat, hands on your knees. We're taking our Shavasana in a seated position today. Feel free to take it reclined on your back if you wish. Resting your hands against your thighs or hands against your knees. Take a steady inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Ground down in both of your sit bones. Back is flat. Can you start to release control to your breath? Soften in your facial muscles. At this point, you start to realize, do you want to look for more energy, or would you like to find more ground? If you're looking for more energy, you can flip your palms up to face the ceiling. If you're looking to feel more grounded, palms on top of your knees. As you are in your seated position, start to take a note of where your bones like to lie. Can you stack your shoulders over your hips, finding this little bit of effort, but a lot of ease? You are welcome to remain in your Shavasana. If you are ready to be guided out, go ahead and flutter your eyes open if you close them. Bring your palms together to touch at heart center and rub your hands up and down, creating good energy and heat. Now separate your hands by 1 inch. Bring your palms back together to touch, feeling the good energy and heat you created in your body and your hands. Bow your chin towards your chest, sealing your practice. The light, the love in me, sees and honors the light, the love in each and every one of you. Namaste. Thank you all so much for practicing power yoga with me again today. If you have any feedback or questions, feel free to leave a comment below. I'll see you all in the next video.